Welcome to Fantasy Baseball, Baseball, Baseball. I'm Dan O'Day along with Steve Romano. Hey, Steve.
Hey, how's it going, Dan?
It's going good. Let's talk some Major League Baseball, shall we? We've got some exciting things going on. First of all, you want to talk about any of the trades?
Wow, it was such a crazy deadline. There was so many moves for the trade deadline.
Yeah,
Uh, Hard to keep up. A lot of the great closers got moved around. I was
absolutely.
impressed with San Diego doubling down on their pitching staff.
Yeah.
The Phillies got Johan Duran from the Twins. The Phillies already had a great bullpen, and now they throw him back there.
Right.
That's
They, they,
it.
they, they didn't have
Phillies
an
are.
established closer, though. So they really filled a hole.
But now they're like those two teams. You really just need your starter to give you 6 innings, right? I
Oh,
mean, because you've got
absolutely.
you got 3 or 4 elite arms every single night, if not 4 or 5, actually. You know,
Absolutely. So is Mason Miller going to close over Suarez?
I haven't seen them make a statement yet,
Yeah, it's
but
interesting. They also got Sears in that deal, which was a good pickup, I think, as a starter to fill a gap for them.
yeah, because they've had their last couple of rotation spots. I mean, they did some. They've had some injuries, with Michael King. He's supposed to be there. He's been out injured.
I think he's coming
So,
back soon. Yeah, they needed another, and Sears is having. He's an okay. He's a good number four starter. Sears.
and going from that AAA park in Sacramento to Petco,
Oh
I
yeah,
mean, he could have a good upgrade.
he
He
could have a
he
big
could really
upgrade.
kick it up.
Couple of other interestings. Correa went to back to the Astros. Of course, the Mariners got Suarez after getting Naylor. The Phillies got Duran, like we said, and they also got Bader as an outfielder. He's not going to play regularly. Bednar, the Yankees got Bednar, and sadly for him, he really pitched badly his first appearance. But that was a good pickup for them, I think. He's pitching well this year.
Yep. And they got Camille, I don't know, it's Duvall from the Giants. But after that trade, I actually went and looked it up, and his numbers for the past month haven't been all that great. So
Duvall?
they're yeah, Duvall's numbers
Yeah,
aren't super strong.
they're
I mean,
not
he's
great.
he's a great strikeout guy, like
Yeah.
one of those like 14 per nine guys,
Oh, wow.
But it also sounds, just looking at the numbers, you're like, oh, it sounds like he can't really control it either. So that he's striking people out, and he's yeah, giving a lot of high whip. Not good. It's been
Not
bad,
good.
and no no uh no holds or solds over the past month. No
Wow.
hold or saves. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I thought the same thing when they got Duvall. I was like, he's not throwing great. Bednar, I think, is a good get. Sadly, he pitched well. He's going to pitch well from there. He's having a good season. They also got a guy named Bird. I was not really high on him. The Rangers picked up Merrill Kelly from the Diamondbacks. That could be a big get for them. They're in a playoff hunt. The Mets acquired Ryan Helsley from the Cardinals. That was a good get for their bullpen.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, and they had gotten Giovanni Soto too, right?
Yep.
Right, wasn't that the other one?
Yep.
I believe, if I don't know if that's the right Soto,
Yeah.
but
No. They got the left-handed Soto.
so yeah, I mean they stacked their pitching bullpen as well. A lot of teams seem to take that route.
I think it's the way the games are being played. Now, there are a few established stud starters out there that their managers will let them do that seven even into the eighth inning. Not a lot. There's a handful though still. Most of them are 5 to 6. A few there's some out there are 6 to 7 inning guys. But yeah, give me five and let my bullpen go. The Padres also got Ryan O'Hearn and Ramon Laureano from the Orioles. Did they need
Oh
outfield help?
yeah, yeah, they did kind of need some outfield help.
That's a nice
I mean,
yeah.
they got Merrill and Tatis, right? And Tatis is primarily an outfielder these days, I think.
Yes, he is.
But um,
Well, Hearn plays
but
first
yeah,
base DH, and Ramon Laureano will definitely fill in the outfield. As we know, the Yankees got McMahon. Red Sox picked up Dustin May. I wanted to talk to you about that. What's up with that trade?
Well, I mean, I just think they were looking for a quality fourth or fifth starter that wouldn't cost a lot. I think they had some designated guys that they just weren't going to trade. And I think the only legitimate guy they were targeting as a pitcher was no, Joe Ryan, right? Yeah,
Ryan
Ryan
not
from the
traded by the Twins.
not traded by the Twins. There was a lot of speculation that he'd be traded, and he's still got 2 years of control after this
Yeah,
year.
smart
And
of
the
them not
and
to
the
trade
Twins
him.
did,
Yeah,
yeah, I agree. Even though they did kind of, I mean, they sold the farm too, right? Because they sold their closer and they got rid of
they got
Griffin
rid of like
Jax.
10 players altogether, didn't they? I
Yeah,
think. Yeah,
yeah, they got rid of Correa, sent him back. Somebody else
all of their
fairly
bullpen,
significant.
almost all of their bullpen, like 5 or 6 names, I think.
So, I get it. Whatever. They decided to hold on to the one great starter that was supposedly on the market. They were asking a fortune for him. Nobody made the deal. The Red Sox definitely wanted someone at least like, well, we need someone who can eat innings and
Yeah.
be average in like be the fourth starter.
Yeah, no, I like
And
May. He's just at his innings high in his career, coming off major injury.
yep,
So I don't know how much he has left in him. So yeah, if he pitches like he can, I think it's a good pickup for sure. Mets acquired Tyler Rogers, another name we want to throw into the Mets bullpen.
yep, yep,
And so those are some of the bigger trades. Mets acquired Mullins. That's for their outfield.
yep. Cedric Mullins. The Orioles traded off, right? I mean, because they sent out O'Hearn, Laureano, Cedric Mullins. Charlie Morton was there. Yep, they sent Morton somewhere to the Cubs, right?
Yeah, I think
I
so. To the
think.
Cubs. I think to the Cubs. Yeah.
I know it was one of those Midwest teams up there. But yeah, so the Orioles, I mean, they've got a lot of they've got a lot of lineup and they got a lot of roster spots now, ready for all those young kids that were supposed to be blue chippers, but now it seems like 80% of them are not. They're like green chippers, and you got to give them some time and see what they can do, and you got to live and die by it.
Charlie Morton went to the Tigers.
That's I knew it was close. Yes, I knew it was in that region.
And we'll go right into talking about the Tigers because they are once again um, tied for the league in the American League with the most wins. They have 65 wins, tied with Toronto. Toronto went 4-6 in the last 10, so they're now tied with 65 wins each. Behind Detroit is Cleveland, 8 back. Kansas City, 8.5 back. Kind of long shots for the division, but 2 months to play, 50 some games. A possibility if Detroit hits a bump in the road. In the AL East, Toronto tied for the league and wins have the Boston Red Sox 3 games back and the New York Yankees 4.5 games back in the American League East. So they're definitely still a race going on in the East.
Oh yeah, I mean the Yankees have been floundering, and with Judge out with an
Yeah.
injury, that is not going to help.
They've lost 3 in a row. They're
And
4-6 in their last 10.
yeah, and so they've been doing bad, and I think they're 20-28, something like that. But yeah, and the Red Sox have kind of been on fire for the past 3 weeks or so. So
Well, the Red Sox are
the
8
Red
and
Sox have
2 in the last 10. They've won 5 in a row. I mean, you're a Red Sox fan. Let's just be honest. There's no coincidence. After they traded Devers is when they started playing better.
yes, definitely, but also Bregman came back, right?
Right.
There is that, and that was a win. And Roman Anthony, the prized blue chip rookie, took a few weeks to get going, but now he is fucking going. And yeah, I mean they're I was looking it up. I mean, average ops, runs scored, slugging, on base. Red Sox are like a top five offense. They
That's
they they're
amazing.
they're and against lefties, they're like mashers. Like if you start a lefty against them, yeah, good luck. It's not good.
And they got, a lot of guys under control for some years. They got some good young guys playing. So I think the future is bright for the Red Sox, always looking for pitching like every team is. In the AL West, the Houston Astros are 2.5 games up on the Mariners and 4.5 games up on the Rangers. So really, that's a race that anyone can win. The Astros are 2-8 in their last 10, lost three in a row.
Yeah, and they have been cold for a few weeks too. At one point, I think they got that lead on the Mariners up to like, I think it was 8.5. I think,
Yeah,
right?
I think
I
so.
really do. They had gotten that lead up there pretty good, but they've gone through a bad spell. Seattle's kind of picking it back up. Seattle made, like you said, those trades for Josh Naylor and Eugenio Suarez. And I mean, when you look at their lineup, you know, Kirby was on the injured list for the first couple of months. Gilbert missed like 3 weeks in the middle there. But now they got Kirby, Gilbert, Wu, Castillo,
Yeah.
and Bryce
Wow.
Miller just had two great starts in the minors. He had a start the other day where he touched 98, like the first went through the first six batters, no problem, with like 9 pitches in one inning, 12 pitches in another. So their vaunted rotation is about to get back together for the first time all year, and
Wow.
they might have the deepest lineup they've had in 20
On
fucking
paper,
years.
on paper, without a doubt.
On
And I will say, you brought this up in another format. A Rosarina has been a steal for what they gave up for him.
yes, they bought low, admittedly. That was like we're buying low on a guy who has been great, who still does a few things well, and it took a while. I mean, not a while. They got him in the deadline last year, so he's only really been there a year. But man, the last couple of months, he's really come on for Seattle.
He's been
Really come
great.
on.
He's been great. 22 homers, 21 stolen base, 63 runs, 55 ribbies. He's been really great batting 250. He has been. So it's been fun to watch Seattle. And you know what, Steve? Let's go right into the AL wild card since we're talking the AL. We got Detroit, Toronto, and Houston on top leading their division. So Boston's 2 games up, first place in the wild card. Yankees second place,
Yeah.
half a game behind them, and then Seattle is half a game behind. I mean, they're 1.5 games behind Boston, and then Seattle's half a game behind the Yankees. Those are your top three wild card spots, and then you got a big jam. All these teams, I think, are in it. Texas two back, Cleveland three back, KC 3.5 back. Those three teams are definitely within it. They're all 500 and above. And I wouldn't count out Tampa Bay, even though they're 2-8 in the last 10, and the Angels 5 and 5.5 game back. I mean, they got to leap a lot of people, but we got a race going on in the American League.
Yeah, and this weekend was kind of interesting too because the Mariners just took 3 of 4 from Texas. So
Right.
when they started that series, they were tied for the final thing, and then they took 3 of 4 from them. Kansas City just went to Toronto and took 2 of 3 from the Blue Jays in Toronto, and that allowed them to get back to 500. So I mean, but now Kansas City's in Boston for 3 games, and
That could be a tough
we'll
matchup. They
see how.
traded for a couple outfielders, KC did. Yeah, they're in. They've been playing well, 7-3 in their last 10. So we got a wild card hunt going on in the American League. Definitely at least three teams, 3.5 back of the last wild card team. In the NL, we go to the division. The Phillies and the Mets continue their seesaw. The Phillies are half a game ahead of the Mets right now. Miami 7.5 games back. I only bring them up because they're 8-2 and they've won five in a row, 8-2 in their last 10. So, at 500, you wouldn't think there's a chance, but they're definitely in the wild card hunt. In the NL Central, your Milwaukee Brewers with the best record in the American National League with 67 wins.
They now have the best record in baseball,
Yeah,
the Milwaukee
they
Brewers.
sure do. 67
And
does.
I was looking at what did I just see? It was the best record since June 20th. So like basically the past 2 months. And Milwaukee was something crazy, like 36-16, I think,
Wow.
over the last 2 months,
20 games above
right?
500. That's great.
It was something like that. But the other one was the Marlins. The Miami Marlins are
Wow.
32-22.
Wow, what a surprise. I mean, they're just playing over their head. We'll get to their wild card hunt. They're kind of in it. Chicago's 2 games back behind Milwaukee in the NL Central, so they're still hanging right there. It's anybody's, division still. Cincinnati 9.5 games back, but they're in the wild card hunt. In the NL West, the Dodgers are 3 up on the Padres. And San Francisco's 9 back. San Francisco, I think, has faded ever since they got Devers. So that's the division races. And then in the wild card, it's not as interesting. I feel not as many teams in it. You got the Milwaukee Brewers, the Dodgers, and the Phillies leading their divisions, and the wild card leaders are Chicago Cubs. Mets are 2.5 games behind them, and then San Diego is 3.5 games behind the Cubs, 1 game behind the Mets for the third spot in the wild card in the NL. And then, really, Steve, the only other team who's playing well in within earshot is the Reds, 4 games back.
Yeah, the wild card's definitely not as exciting as the American League over in the National, like you just said. Cubs, Mets, Padres, and the Cubs are battling for the division with the Brewers, and the Mets are battling for the division with the Phillies,
Right.
so that could switch. And there's always a chance that the Padres could catch the Dodgers. It's only 3 games,
Yeah, the Dodgers are still
but as
starting
far
bets, so anything can happen.
Bet's having a horrible year for such a
Horrible year.
great guy.
Yeah, we love bets.
But but other than those 6 teams, the three division
Yeah.
leaders and the three wild cards,
Yeah.
yeah, like you said, everybody else is pretty much out except for the Cincinnati Reds, I guess.
Right. And then the caveat I brought up Miami because you brought up how good they are in the last 2 months. They're 8-2 in their last 10. They are 6 games back, just like the Giants are, both playing 500 ball. But the Giants are 3-7 going the opposite way. So I would say of the two teams, the Marlins long shot still in at 6 games back of the wild card.
Sure. I mean, they're playing great, and anything can happen over the next 10, 15 days
Yep.
if one of those teams goes 6-9 and the Marlins keep rolling and go 9-6, 10-5, that's all it takes.
It's all it takes. San Diego, yeah, it really is all it takes. There's not many teams between them. St. Louis 6.5 games back, but I do not believe they are in the running. But they love for them to surprise me. So it's very interesting what's going on with the trades, the standings. Not as many National League teams in the running for playoff spots, but in the American League, it's kind of the Wild West and wide open. Real quick, and some league leaders. Your man, Cal Raleigh, 42 home runs, the only one over 40.
Yeah. I mean, it just keeps rolling, keeps doing it. Mariners
Yep.
are playing great. He's batting like second or third in a great lineup. He's got a good thing going on this year.
Absolutely. Schwarber with 39 and second, and Otani in third with 38. Those are your top Judge in 37, and Schwarber's in 36. The only people above 30. So they really are having great season. RBI leader. Can you do you look? Don't look. Can you guess the RBI leader?
Mhm.
Major leagues.
Well, if it isn't I'm sure Judge has been passed by now. Absolutely. I mean, is it Raleigh? Is it Cal Raleigh?
Raleigh, it is not. He's in second. Kyle Schwarber now in first place in the RBIs with 90.
Ooh,
90 already.
what a, what a year for Kyle Schwarber.
What a year for Kyle Schwarber. 39 homers, 90 ribbies. He's got 10 stolen bases to bat. He's batting 255, which is really great because when you put together how many walks he gets, his on base percentage is 380.
Yeah. And
78
his ops
runs.
is 965.
So good.
You know,
What a year.
he, amazing year. I mean, really, a few of the signings that Dombrowski has done have just been awesome. You know,
Yeah.
like I
Well,
don't know
yeah.
why more people wouldn't have been in on Kyle Schwarber. I mean, I know at the time it's like, well, he did have some years where he was hitting 210, right?
Yep.
And wasn't he the guy like a year or two ago had a chance to like hit 40 home runs while hitting under 200,
That is correct,
right?
Steve. He did. He batted 197. with 47
Yeah.
homers.
So I guess, 47 homers. Good Lord,
I know.
197. Yes,
197.
that's crazy. So, I mean, I
Yeah.
get it when you look back. You're like, this guy is a liability in this. He can't run. He's slow. He's a horrible defender. You have to play him at first or DH. But if you're like, yes, but he mashes the ball and he has a good eye and gets on base a ton, still just seems like more people should have been in on him. And
Just to
now
let you
that deal,
know, just to let you know, man, that year I'm talking about when he batted 197, his on base was still 343 because he walked
that's
126 times.
three to have an on base of 343 when you're hitting 197. In this current generation of players, I wouldn't think that was possible.
Had 115 runs scored. So, I mean, you look at that 197, he's like, he had bad years, but then you look at his on base and his runs scored and his ribbies of 104 and his walks and his on base, and you're like, no, he had a great year, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah, he did. But the last 2 years,
and
he's gotten that average up.
now perfect timing too because he's an unrestricted free agent, I
Yep,
believe, right?
he
I think,
is.
yeah.
He
So,
absolutely is. And I think it would behoove him to stay in Philadelphia. Like, why test the waters? He got a good thing going in Philly. Batted 248 and 255 the last 2 years. So he's having a fantastic year. Suarez, third in RBIs with 87, and then Alonso with 86. Those are some of your more large hitters in baseball, the home runs and the ribbies. And then, in the wins, we still got 12 game winners. We got three of them, Crochet, Freed, and Peralta. Nobody's gotten a win, no three of them since the last time we talked. And
right.
yeah, and just the other day, Wheeler and Screwball faced each other. Screwball.
Yeah, and how was that? Did you watch any of that? I didn't get
I
to see
did
that
watch some
game.
of that. Wheeler didn't have his best stuff. He's still stuck in 9 wins, still having a great season, but he's in first place in strikeouts with 182. Screwball in second with 181 strikeouts. What's one stat you want to hear about right now? Pitching or hitting, Steve?
Uh, I would like to know, um, like you were just saying some strikeout stuff, but what about some innings pitched?
Yeah, that's a
Like
very interesting stat to look at.
who?
Who's getting the innings pitched? Your guy's
Like
in
because we're
first with
two, but
141.1.
so he's still slightly on pace for just over 200.
Yeah. Webb has the
Just
exact
right.
the same amount of innings, 141.1.
Okay. Because they're at one, so you'd have to be at least like 130 right now to have a shot at 200 innings.
Right. So Scuba 140.2, Valdez 140, Wheeler 139.2, Sanchez 138.2, and Skeens 138, Ray 136, Rodon 134, and Kelly now with the Rangers 134, and Freed 134. So we got a lot of guys possibly on the outside
Oh,
looking in.
wow.
Yeah. All those guys could get over
I
200,
mean,
which,
what is it? That'd be
well,
a
I
ton. If we get like 8 or 9 guys, that'd be amazing.
Well, there's more. There's another 7 or 8 above 130 if 130 is the cutoff, but those are your top 11.
Yeah, yeah.
So that would be amazing. And one
I'm
thing I want to bring,
surprised.
yeah,
I'm surprised the Pirates have let Skeens pitch that many innings for a team that's ultimately going nowhere.
yeah, I think you'll start to see him maybe not shut down, but pitch less innings. He's 6-8. I mean, it's 202 ERA and a 0.92 WHIP, but I mean, so how can you be 6-8 with a 2.02 ERA and a 0.92 WHIP?
Yeah.
And the batting average
When you're
against him is
only asked,
187.
yeah, you're like, guys, just give me 2.5 runs a game and I'll
Yeah.
win every time. And they're
Yeah.
like, no, that's all right. We'll give you 1.5 runs a game.
Just in comparison, by chance, he had 23 starts last year, and he's got 23 starts this year. Last year, he was 11-3 with those 23 starts. This year, he's 6-8.
Oh, interesting.
Baseball, baseball,
Yeah.
baseball. Always breaking down the numbers. Love it. Love it. Love Major League Baseball.
Yeah, well, the numbers are really, I mean, I want to say the numbers are the thing that drives it, but as I've said before, and we've all experienced, when you actually go to the parks on those
Yeah.
beautiful sunny days and you walk up the stairs and you get that, you see that first view of the field and maybe the players throwing the ball around and people at the concession stands and all that. I mean, that's when you're like, no, it's actually not about the numbers. It's about something even bigger than that.
Yeah, it's something magical about being in a stadium, a full stadium, all cheering for the same thing. It's just a beautiful thing. I love baseball. You love baseball. That's why we talk baseball. I'm Dan O'Day. That's Steve Romano. Thanks for joining Fantasy Baseball, Baseball, Baseball. Cheers.
Have a good one.